Hi, guys. It's Mr. Miller here, and this is my short talk about the important information you should be taking out of the course outline for this course. So, important things to think about. This is grade 12 Canadian and International Law. If you did take grade 11 law, that course primarily focused only on Canadian law and issues surrounding Canadian law. We take a little more of an expansive look on kind of the field of law. We do spend time on Canadian matters and Canadian issues, but we also spend a lot of time on what's going on in the United States and examining legal issues from a more global perspective, i.e., what is Britain doing, what is China doing, Japan doing, again, all the different parts of the world. Um, Another kind of key difference, and you can kind of see this in the course code, this is a university level class. So again, we focus a lot more on higher order thinking skills. And I always say, grade 11 law, we teach you how to be a police officer. We teach you how to, again, and know what the law is. We provide definitions of what the three different types of murder are. Um, Again, manslaughter, second degree, and first degree murder. Yeah, we focus more on the knowledge itself. In grade 12 law, we focus more on analyzing the law, discussing the law, not just taking it at face value, discussing even if we need that law at all. Is it a correct law? Is it a just law? So this course does have a lot more discussion in it. Kind of other important information. So just so you know, this is your period 2 class. I am located in room 372, which is on the west side of KCI, facing Grand River Hospital, right beside the stairwell. My name is Mr. Robert Miller. And I'm the only MILLAR teacher at KCI now. The other Mr. Miller, Mr. Nathan Miller, he used to be a phys ed teacher, coach rugby and hockey. He has now moved to Grand River. But unfortunately for me, Mr. Matt Miller, who spells his name Miller, he has come to KCI. And again, just when you're trying to get in contact with us or your parents want to get in contact with us, just make sure they're getting in contact with me, Mr. Robert Miller. Contact information, the best way to get in contact with me. I'll talk about a little later using Google Meet to discuss issues with me. But if you want to get in contact with me, especially during the day when I'm teaching the other half of the grade 12 law cohort or my grade 9 class, please email me at robert_miller@wrdsb.ca. That's probably the best way for me to get back to you. Don't leave voicemails and tell your parents not to leave voicemails, because usually I have to wait until nutrition break or fairly late in the day to get back to them. So email is always the fast way. Our course website is Google Classroom. Again, you should already be in and you should already have the pin, so that's not a big deal. Skipping down to the units of study, we will be doing legal foundations is our first unit, just learning about how to analyze the law and think about the law from a higher order thinking point of view. We're going to be talking about freedoms and rights, again, connecting to the Canadian Charter of Human Rights, and from an international perspective, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights from the United Nations. Again, foundations of international law and dispute resolution. This is thinking about how do different nations practice the law, and how do different nations that have different legal systems resolve conflicts between the two of them. And then finally, again, I call this my issues unit, where we take a deep dive onto something that is happening in the world, happening in our community even, and we analyze it from a legal point of view. Again, learning skills, you should know. Evaluation breakdown. I have a variety of different ways I'm going to evaluate you. I'm not quite sure the exact format a lot of these projects are going to fall on, because, again, COVID changes a lot. But in general, the ways I'm going to evaluate you, again, I'm hoping to still have a formal debate in our first unit. You're going to be writing a formal essay for me. You're going to be making some type of media. Usually I call it my human rights documentary. And the last is a proper test, which will probably be on some issue or something connected to the field of criminology. I'm hoping to still have an exam and an ISU project. I will modify these for COVID. We'll see what happens. But generally, the breakdown is 15% for the exam and 15% for the ISU. There is a textbook. I don't use it that often. And just because of, again, COVID rules, I don't know, again, how I'm probably going to hand them out. I probably won't hand them out. I may kind of take pictures or photocopy and provide you with digital copies if you do need to read something from the textbook, which isn't very often. Okay. So if you have any questions just about the course outline, you can email me personally at the above email, or you can contact me through Google Classroom. That's it.